Hey friends, and welcome back. If you're new here, my name is Morgan and you are on my homestead here in Wyoming. And today I was hoping we were gonna be able to go outside and get some of our new plants planted. We're still about a month out from our last freeze date, but there's a few things that we can get in the ground sooner rather than later. But it's about 45-mile-per-hour wind today, 45-mile-per-hour wind tomorrow, and I think it's better that I just wait a couple more days to make sure that I'm not putting them in that kind of harsh wind and that kind of harsh situation. So I want to make sure I'm giving my plants the best chance they have, so we're gonna wait another few days, but I do want to show you what I got so you can kind of see everything that we're going to be putting in our garden together. I want to give you a quick update on our seedlings, and then we're going to make some yummy dinner together. So it's gonna be a great day. We're gonna hang out and make the most of this windy day. Okay, so the first thing is blueberries. So I ordered these blueberry plants from Gurney's actually, and they look amazing. Look at this. This is a Chandler Jumbo, full sun, and I am thrilled with this. It has a few little tiny little buds, and it is so healthy. So I'm gonna keep watering this and just keep it inside for another day or so just to make sure I'm not putting it out. I just feel like if I stick it outside in that kind of wind, it makes me nervous. So we're gonna give this guy a few more days inside. And then here I also got a Patriot Jumbo. So these are both blueberries, and this one looks so good too. You can see just a few little buds are starting, and I am honestly so excited. So these guys are gonna stay in. And then I also got a few strawberry plants. I've never been able to successfully grow strawberries, and I've never been able to successfully grow blueberries. I did go plant blueberry plants right when we first moved here, and unfortunately our chickens are free range, and I planted them in one of the flower beds outside of our house, and the chickens ate the blueberry plants and they died. So we're gonna start again, try again with these blueberries. I learned my lesson the hard way, and we're gonna put them in our fenced garden. And then here I have some strawberries. I don't know if you can see in there, but you can see these little plants are starting to sprout. I haven't opened them yet, but I'm gonna go ahead and plant these here soon too, because they'll be okay. We're not getting that cold. We're getting down to about 32. We're not dipping that much lower. So these plants should be just fine, along with like rhubarb, and the kind of more bushy plants are all okay to put out before it gets totally warm. So that will be on the horizon, but for today we're gonna make the most of everything we have here. So let me show you all of my seedlings and our status there. I also haven't opened this box yet, but today got my onions from Territorial. So these are my let's open it. Woo, they smell like onions. So this is what I prefer to plant because I find they do a lot better than like the bulbs. They are really packed in here. You can see here is our onions, and they got 3 sets. So I think 2 Pattersons and 1 Red Wing, and that is just what I've planted every year. I'm gonna wait a little bit on these as well, but they're looking good and I'm excited. Ooh, they smell so good. I love the smell of onions. All right, here's what we potted together. They are doing very well. Everyone is absolutely thriving, and you can see I keep the fan on them every day. I'm glad I went ahead and put these in some bigger pots because, as you can see, they are getting giant. This is a honey bear, and they are just absolutely thriving. So I continue to water these every day. And then here are those tomatoes that were in that original soil that weren't doing very good. I potted them just yesterday, and remember I do have another month and a little bit until these go in the ground, so I'm hoping that this new soil helps get these to turn around, but I will keep an update on them. Fingers crossed, because that other soil was not the ticket. The Vermont compost is so much better on them. And I also wanted to show you how these are doing. So I showed you guys these in our last video, but they have made quite the progress. So these are our peppers that we planted in the Vermont compost, and they are still doing incredible, growing every day. And what I'm super excited about is my herbs are doing well. I've never had herbs do well here. I think it just gets cold I don't know, but herbs have never done well here, and they're finally starting to grow. So I have, what is this, parsley, I think? Yeah, I have parsley here. Let me take that out. So parsley here, and then I have cilantro here, and they're starting to get so big. And then I have sage. I'm really hopeful this year we can get a good herb garden going because I've always struggled with it. And these are the okras. They are thriving as well. So super excited about these. It's about time to get them up potted, but these are doing way better than the ones that are not in the Vermont compost. And I am so, so excited about these. Okay, so that is our quick little update. I know I've shown you the plants before, so I don't want to spend too much time doing that, but let's go ahead and get going on dinner. So tonight we are going to be making shrimp spring rolls with like a Thai peanut dipping sauce. So we love spring rolls. They are so good. It's a really good way to use up a lot of fresh veggies. It's just like a little taste of summer. So we're gonna get going on those. So first thing we need to do is a lot of chopping. So let's go ahead and get all of our vegetables all chopped up. Okay, so what we're going to be putting in our spring rolls are romaine lettuce, carrots, mango, a cucumber, some tomatoes, an avocado, and then obviously our shrimp. I'm just gonna grab a scrap bowl. And for this, I am going to peel my cucumbers just because it's already kind of hard to bite through with the spring roll wrappers. So I'm just gonna peel it just to make sure that everything is easy to bite. And I'm just going to put the scraps in here, and then we'll take these out to the chickens when we're done. Whoopsie. I guess Arrow will also get a little cucumber peel. And really you're just kind of cutting everything into little tiny like matchsticks. You want everything to be relatively the same size. It's not critical, but just close. So I'm gonna cut up cucumbers. And if you ask me, spring rolls are one of the most underrated things. I think if you have a garden, you should be making these all summer because you can literally put chicken in them, steak, fish, shrimp, vegetarian, tofu would be really good. Like you can take these a million different directions and they use up so many vegetables. So if we ever have vegetables that we need to use up or are going bad or we're going out of town, this is my kind of go-to meal for that. All right, next we're gonna peel our carrots. They're huge carrots, so I'm going to cut them into thirds. Like that. And what I find is easiest is if you cut them so that you're cutting them on a flat surface, you have a lot more control. So it makes cutting like a carrot stick or something like that a lot easier. Same with like onions. My goal is I always want to be cutting so that the vegetable is flat, and it just makes things a lot less risky, especially if you're new in the kitchen. And I'm actually just going to cut up one more because if we don't finish it, the cucumbers and carrots make a great snack for the week. If you're making broth or anything like that too, you can save these carrot peels and they would be great. Just put them in a bag in your freezer, and then when you make broth, you boil the carcasses of like a chicken, let's say, you can just add in these veggie scraps, same with like onion peels, zucchini peels, anything like that, and it will make a really great broth. Next, let's get our mango peeled. And if mangoes are out of season or you don't have mangoes, mandarin oranges are really good in here too. It's currently April, and I don't know when like a traditional mango season is, but we've been getting the best mangoes lately. I really can't imagine right now is mango season, but they have been so good. And we're gonna cut the mango the same way. For mangoes, you find where the pit is and then just cut around it. And this part, be careful with your teeth, but you can chew on it and get the rest of this little mango bits off. And then I'm gonna cut these the exact same way. Tomatoes, I like to just cut them in half so there's a nice flat edge that I can set them in. And I don't think I'll have enough tomatoes for all of them, but just use enough what we have. Okay, our avocado is past its prime, unfortunately, so we're gonna give that to the chickens. Next, I'm just going to peel off a few leaves of romaine and dry those. And then I'm just going to break it into pieces. Alright, next we're just going to make a really quick marinade for our shrimp. So I'm just going to add in about 2 tablespoons of soy sauce, about 2 tablespoons of avocado oil, 2 teaspoons of lime juice, and then a little garlic, ginger, pepper, and a little bit of salt. Then we're gonna give that a mix. And if you use full soy sauce, you might not want to add any salt, but I'm just using light, so I did. Alright, and then I'm just going to add in our shrimp. Perfect. And then we're just going to give that a good stir. And then I'm just going to let these marinate for like 10 to 20 minutes. They're still a little bit frozen, so I'm going to use this marinade as a way to defrost them. Alright, while our chicken marinades, or our shrimp marinates, we're going to make our sauce. So I'm going to start with about a half a cup of peanut butter, 2 tablespoons of soy sauce, a splash of lime juice, and then 2 tablespoons of rice vinegar, 1 tablespoon of maple syrup, a little pepper, a little garlic, and then about a teaspoon of sesame oil. Let's give that a good mix. Alright, and then into the microwave for like 30 seconds. Alright, and you can just see how that makes the peanut butter melt, so it all comes together much, much easier that way. And here I just have some water, and you can just add that in till it's at the right consistency that you want your dipping sauce, probably about a half a cup or so. Now you want to just go ahead and give this a taste test and make sure it is to your liking and make any adjustments that you want. I'm going to add in just a little bit more soy sauce. And I almost forgot the most important part, a little bit of sriracha. Alright, we are going to grill these shrimp, but it is crazy stormy out. Let me show you. So we decided it's probably better to grill this. I accidentally burned this today. I was drying it off and I forgot about it, so it's a little bit not prime right now, but it's gonna be fine. I'm just going to lay down a little bit of butter because we all know there's nothing better than shrimp and butter. Alright, our pan is hot. I'm gonna go ahead and lay our shrimp on. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and give these a little flip. Maybe. All right, our shrimp is done. I'm gonna go ahead and take it off. All right, it's assembly time. Here is the rice paper I'm using. So all you do is, this is so easy, you just dip it in some warm water for just a couple of seconds. And it'll still be hard when you take it out, but it will continue to loosen up. And then you're just going to assemble. I'm gonna start with my shrimp, some cucumbers, and then our mango. I'm gonna throw one piece of lettuce over all of that, and then to wrap it, you just roll it up like a burrito. And then there we have it. Then I just have a cutting board with a wet paper towel. I just lay that on top, put a wet paper towel over it, and that will keep them from drying out. We're gonna repeat this process until we have enough for dinner. All right, friends, we are done. This dinner probably took 30 minutes to pull together. It's healthy, fresh, summery. Here are all of our spring rolls. Now, the best part about a spring roll is you can make them ahead of time and then put them in Tupperware with a wet paper towel on the bottom and a wet paper towel on top, a little dipping sauce cup, and you have a perfect lunch. These will stay for probably 2-ish days in the refrigerator, so they're great for leftovers, and they're great for, like I said, using vegetables from the garden. So Sam and I are gonna sit down, we're gonna enjoy this great dinner and watch this rainstorm. Thank you guys so much for taking time out of your day to come hang out with me. I really appreciate it. If you liked today's video, please consider giving it a thumbs up. And if you haven't, please consider subscribing so you don't miss any gardening, cooking, and just homesteading activities. We have a few fun new members coming hopefully next week. So I'm super excited to take you all along on that journey with us. I'm gonna go eat some dinner. Thank you so much for joining, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye, friend.